Yay, we're here. We're here. Hi, everyone. We're here.
Hello.
A lot has happened.
Hello.
I'm sorry that we're late. Oh, God, we're like super late. That's okay. Don't worry about it. It's going to be worth it. Hi, everyone. I'm Imani. I'm the storyteller for this game. We are currently playing Ember Winds, which is a game based in the Rise system. We are playing our second season of our campaign, currently titled Ghost of Axia. And these are our wonderful cast members. So we're going to go around the room, not around the board, and start with Arnica. You're hello. Introduce yourself.
Hi, I'm Arnica Ross, and I'm playing the druid Saren Clutch. I am also a hard-boiled detective in New York City in 1920s. You can see by my noir aesthetic today, or I have a migraine. One of those two things is true.
I mean, I hope it's the noir detective bit, but it's the West. You're up next. I am looking at the right order.
I'm Sweth. I play Kira Tully, who is a rogue, and it's maybe slightly naive. We'll see. Sort of engineer tinkerer.
Up next is Blood Cree. You're up. Oh my God! What's with all the subs? Thank you everyone for the gift subs, and the biddies and everything that's happening in chat.
Hi, I play Sorcha Keegan. She really likes books, and she likes fire, but not at the same time, because that's problematic. Also, she loves her friends, and she will burn anyone who doesn't like her friends. And she makes questionable life decisions.
It's true. No, that last bit is definitely true. Viv, you're up.
Well,
you're up.
I am playing Verity. Verity is a very smart person. Not street smart, though. So she adopted, who the hell knows what kind of animal, and everything's completely fine, right? That animal is not doing anything weird whatsoever.
It is definitely a completely normal cat.
Yeah, absolutely a cat, not a fox or a wolf or anything else. It is just a cat, and the cat does everything what a cat's supposed to be doing, as far as Verity knows.
These are normal cat behaviors. Cats are not group animals. They all are individual ideas, and they can do what they like. Okay, so we are in episode 2 of our season. Who would like to do our recap of last episode? Because we left off on a fun place. Oh my God! Thank you for all the gifted subs. What's happening here, team? I mean, I'm not complaining, team. I'm just saying there's a lot happening. We just hit a hype train.
My goodness.
Hype!
There's a lot.
So much hype.
There's a lot of hype happening. There's a lot of confetti being thrown around. Thank you, Lou. Is it human Lou or like not human Lou? Humaloo. Oh, okay, Humaloo.
I mean, to be fair, I'm pretty sure that they're human. Are you human? Human Lou.
Oh, cool. Hi. Hello. BT does this is a viewer affected game. If you give subs, you get auto crits. Biddies or rerolls. Straight up cash via Streamlabs or Coffee is suggestions to me, the GM, for things that could happen in the game, just so you know. So, Lou, you get to donate a bunch of crits to people. I don't know who you want to give those to, but Jesus Christ, we're at 5? Okay, hold on a second.
We're gonna 97% level 5.
No.
We need just a little more.
Just a little bit more hype.
Oh my God.
Let's see. Please hold one moment.
Good Lord.
It's fine. Don't worry about it. Assuming my computer. Okay, there we go. My computer does hate me. No, Val, it's too late. It's happening. It's happening. Let's see. Did that make it? Did that work? I don't know. Yes. Okay, team, we're good. We're fine. Everything's great.
Perfect.
Anyway, hi everyone. Who would like to do the recap of last episode?
Well, I mean,
I feel like Kira should do the recap
I
because
can do the
Kira
recap.
didn't tell some people some things that we should probably like talk about before forward.
Sure. So we're dealing with the slight aftermath of last season, of kind of realizing we have gotten ourselves in some shit. Well, I mean, in general, you know, we have been politicizing, but that's not the word I want. But, you know, we've been doing politics things when we don't know what we're doing.
yes, it's definitely we. It's not just one of us. It's we. We all did this. All of us together.
We joined a cult.
Yes, we.
We kind of had to.
Again with the we's. No, continue. I'm not going to stop you.
I mean,
I'm just saying.
everybody voted for yes. So yes.
That's true. You did all vote for yes.
So when we'd returned to a note from some mysterious stranger who wanted to meet us, and we were having a meeting to decide like if we were going to do that or if we should, you know, I don't know, hide. In this time, Saren had been having a little bit of a tricky time. They had little bit was not keen on the fact that we were part of a cult. Was maybe having some little bit of alcohol. So we had a mini little intervention, which involved some smashing of booze everywhere, and we basically came and we managed to have our vote of whether we were going to meet the mysterious stranger, of which we all decided it was definitely the right idea just to say yes and meet them. And that was going to be fine. And I think not long after we decided, so we're all at Saren's house, not long after this has happened, we get a knock on the door, to which Kira has had a little peek out the curtains and kind of recognizes the person that is here. And it just so happens to be the person that saw her stealing a horse, which she kind of told, I mean, she hadn't told people so far. Yeah, that lady.
Yeah, that lady.
Yeah, I stole a horse and a nosy neighbor saw me, and it was definitely never going to come up again, but it's come up again, and she's outside the door.
She just wants to come visit. She just come and say hi. She's checking on that horse because she doesn't know if you know how to take care of it.
Yeah.
She's just a concerned citizen checking on the horse of their neighbor.
Mm-hmm.
Nothing to worry about here.
I think that's where we're at. We have Verity's wolf, cat, fox is here. And we got some booze on books, which Sorcha has not been pleased about.
I mean, that's
Never forgive
Sorcha's
you.
fault. I'm just going to put that out there.
Or did Sorcha save them? I can't remember. Did you manage
Sorcha
to
did save
them?
them.
Yeah. Mhm.
Sorcha got brained by all the books, but that only happened because Sorcha brought the booze. Had the Sorcha not brought booze, this wouldn't have happened. See how that works?
Hey, she was asked to bring booze.
Right. We had an agreement.
This
Y'all
is true.
Nicely, right?
inserted
Nicely.
yourself into our agreement.
This is fair. Okay, so is anyone going to answer our door for our good old
I believe
neighbor
Sorcha,
friend?
I believe Sorcha has her hand on the door, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
But then you were like, oh wait, you should find out who's at the door, and then I don't know if anyone like went to continue opening the door.
You asked who it was. I peered out the window and I think I've just mouthed the Verity that it's the person that saw me stealing the horse.
Okay.
I think that's where we're at.
Sorcha's in the
Sorcha-
process of answering the door. Just like,
Mhm.
I'll get it.
So the person at the door goes, I want to figure out how to fit the word whippersnapper into this sentence, but I can't figure out how to put whippersnapper into this sentence. um, how do I phrase you little kids need to open the door or else?
Sorcha's opening the door.
Or else I'll come through the chimney. That sounds better, yeah. You silly whippersnappers think you can keep me out with a door? Ha!
On record, if this hoe knocks my door, if this lady knocks my door down or damages my door, I'm gonna whoop her ass.
She could also come in through your chimney. She did just threaten that.
Sorcha is in the process of opening the door. The door is opening.
Okay, so she waits for the door to open and like she does the like so in what is that movie with Kronk? The Emperor's New Groove, when Yzma comes in the door and like she does like the pose. She does that. Like she's doing that.
That's all I can think of.
Dramatic entrance as a youth opens the door for her and she steps in. Like, and she does like the look, like because again, you have to remember, she's like, okay, does everyone in chat remember that one time people were outside of, whose house was that? Was that Mike Pence's house laughing at him? And that one lady came out with the wine, the champagne, and the fur coat. She's that lady. I can't think of whose house they were outside of in Washington. But that nosy neighbor, she is the appearance of that lady. But like a combination of that lady and like the fur coat like that lady, like the long fancy cigarette like the lady from the Rescue is Down Under. And Yzma.
So she's basically Cruella de Vil, but in Karen.
Yeah. Yes.
Honestly,
yes.
I was about to say, you mean like Glenn Close portraying Cruella de Vil?
Yes, that is that. There we go. That's where we're going with that. But like not evil, That's
exactly what I was picturing too.
Like, yes, she's Glenn Close as Cruella de Vil, but not evil.
As far as we know.
As far as you are aware, she did not have the classic markers of evil, just rich. Which could be the same thing realistically, because who knows? Sorry, my finger. So she's standing dramatically in the doorway, and somehow there's like weird light happening behind her, but the entire back of it's blown out, and she's like kind of like lit up like a halo. You don't know why that's happening, but that's just how it looks as you stare at her in the doorway. It's very dramatic and it's very flattering light.
Kira is like kind of not making eye contact, pretending that she's like busying herself, because Kira knows that you do not give any information away from free. I'm not saying like, oh, hey, I recognize you on the off chance. This is something else. Absolutely.
So just in case she doesn't remember
I don't
you.
know until, yeah.
Okay. So she's standing in the door, and clearly the thing about it is, she like as she's standing there, she kind of goes and like looks around, but she hasn't stepped into the room. She's like staring at you, waiting.
You can come in. Oh, and I'm Sorcha Keegan. It's nice to meet you. Sorcha will hold out her hand.
She does the dainty hand holding, like if you stuck your hand out to the queen, and she's not gonna say no because it'd be rude, but also what you just did was more rude than her response to you handing her your hand.
Is it like that really awkward handshake where like the hand's really limp and it's just like really awkward to shake because you're like,
no, it's not like that. It's like I'm looking at your hand like I don't know why you're handing me your hand, but I think this is the correct action for this hand to happen.
Sorcha
I believe these are what the common people call handshakes.
Sorcha will actually pivot and she'll take her hand and do a little like head bow. She's like, oh, you're this kind of person. I know how to do this. Because she lives in Ardell and has to do this a lot.
I feel like Sorcha and probably Verity have a vague idea of who this woman is. Maybe not personally have met her, but like, so remember like way back when I mentioned like the point of position of where Baron Maddox was, where like he's like old money that used to be in charge, but kind of like losing power, but like still respected because he's like in charge of a lot of shit. She's like old money in charge of a lot of things, but like delegates it all. So she can like, she claims that she's too old to be dealing with these young children and that she can just hire someone to do it for her. But like she used to be like all hands on deck, but nowadays she's like
Enjoying her money.
Yeah, she's standing outside of her house drinking her wine as you heckle her neighbors. But she could like she doesn't technically quit. Like she could show up to work any day she wants. She just hadn't shown up to work in the last like 20 years. She just outsourced it to someone else.
She's the lady who spends all of her time.
Wait, I can't hear you. I can't hear you. You're really quiet.
Sorry about that. Can you hear me now? Is this better?
Yes, that's better.
Okay. So she like spends all of her time watching her neighbors and gathering gossip and not going to work.
Yeah,
because she's too rich.
And like Verity would know this. I don't think Sorcha would know this because I don't think she would care. She spends a lot of time taking care for like her grandkids and like being like she's like the really annoying grandmother who's like at your house every single day.
Anything Sorcha would know about this woman, it's probably through the grapevine, unless she shows up to like fancy parties.
She doesn't even show up to fancy parties. She literally just sends one of her like she doesn't even send like her grandkid. She sends like one of her like hired like her personal assistant will appear on her behalf. Like imagine like if Tony Stark sent Pepper to everything instead of ever showing up himself. Like she's really like her personal assistant is very good at their job, but like somehow she's just been like co-opted into doing everything.
Oof.
Oh look, we got more subs. Thanks, Forge King. I appreciate your subs. Or rather your sub to the community. And congratulations for using your first sub to the community for us. Would you like to give your, what is it, autocorrect to? Let thou know in chat and Joe put it where it belongs. So Kira, you don't know her. Saren, you might have a vague idea because of like not share. She's definitely older than you, but like not by like a lot. Like not how like Baron Maddox and you are like close in age. She's older than both of you. So like you know her just from like person who's existed in Ardell Axia for a long time.
So I think Saren was out the back, right?
Yes, no, Saren isn't here yet.
Yeah, I'm getting dressed in the back.
Kira's gonna like sidle out to the back.
Minute, except for that she watched you steal a horse.
Yeah. Kira's gonna like sidle out to the back and maybe like knock on the where you're getting ready. Because then she doesn't have to look you in the eyes, Saren, and be like, Saren, someone's here. Pretty sure it's the lady that I think she saw me stealing that horse. And then I'm going to take a few steps back from the door. Just in case it comes bursting open.
So you're breaking the news to them? That's the end.
That is how I am breaking the news. And I am moving to the other side of the room.
Okay.
Can Verity step up to the front?
Yeah. Like this, so I'm assuming so the thing about or you can correct me in the description of your room, but like there's the front door that like there's the front door that's like the front door, but then there's the front door that leads to the shop. But she came in like the regular front door, like the actual house front door, not the shop front door. So like it has like the couch, it has like there's an offside to your kitchen area, and then like there's a back hall to your bathroom. So when you come in the house, there's literally nothing there but like a carpet, the ottoman, and like the couch area. So there's like nothing. There's two windows where Kira was at, and she like went around the outer perimeter to the back door, the back hallway.
All right. If you've ever seen, if you're from the southeastern United States, you're about to know exactly what I'm describing. And if you're not, hold with me, it'll make sense. So it's real common for old houses in real old black neighborhoods to pretty much be essentially one long space.
Yeah, the railroad.
With some doors, but no hallways. Like you go from the living room through directly into the dining room and direct into the bathroom. Saren's is built like that.
Okay.
So where Saren is in the back room, it goes porch, and then the front room, which yes, you've described correctly, including kitchen off to the side. Kira's not really in the hallway so much as she's just on one side of the door, and I'm on the other side of the door getting dressed. So really, she kind of stuck her head in the room and then stuck her head back out the door real quick. I'm about to do this. One of these. Come here. Come here. Come here. Come here. Come here.
The door's closed. You can't see.
So yeah, but Verity wants to step in front of that lady and kind of start slightly crowding her out of the door so she can close the door and talk to her outside. You know how that goes when you just say, come up and you say, hello, how can I help you? And you keep getting into their space, expecting them to back up, and most of them will automatically back up.
She looks at you like she knows what you're trying to do, and she like gently pivots and sidesteps. So like the back door is no longer to her back. She's now like against the wall, kind of, and like I'm not saying she walks around you, but like she like I went to like in a waltz when like the partner turns you, and so suddenly instead of you being in front of her and her being
and now
you okay?
To a back pass view of our DM and the way her mind works.
Yeah, you can now see the horror that is behind me.
It is creative chaos all the way. All for our pleasure.
It is literally the chaos that is my mind. No one's doing a goddamn thing. No, I moved my desk over. I'm surprised my cat didn't go running just now, actually. Anyway, so the point is,
she basically sidestepped me.
She sidestepped you and like, but she did it like in a polite sort of way, in which if you're aware of what she like, if you're watching, you're aware of what she did. But like to the casual observer, she just stepped early, like easier into the house.
You got dosey-doed.
Huh?
Yeah, and Verity will look at her like, really?
Yeah, there you go.
Like, really? I know exactly what you did. And she's like, can I help you?
She's like, yes, actually you can. I have heard the most interesting things lately, and I just wanted to she like does like the tapping of her chin, but she's like tapping on it with like the back of her cigarette, like the long cigarette holder thingy that she has. And she's like, I have heard the most, and I wanted to verify with my own two eyes these most interesting bits of information.
And Verity is just like gonna squint like one eye, and she's like, "Oh, we don't work in gossip and rumors here."
I do.
Shh.
She'll look at Sorcha and go,
we don't.
So much gossip and rumors, so much as unconfirmed facts.
Well, you can confirm your facts out of this door. And I was looking for my badge, but I can't find my badge because I actually have one. And she pulls out her badge and she said, because I do not like you barging into a house uninvited.
I was invited. She just said I could come in. She just was sort of.
You know what? You're uninvited. You're uninvited. Please leave now, or I will escort you out. You know, you should know who I am.
She looks at you like, I am amused by this, and she's like, "Is that how you?" Like, she like looks around the room to the other people in the room, which is basically just Sorcha. I think Kira, you're still hiding in the back, right? Is that what you want? Would you like was my message ill received? Then was the
No, we've decided to put up the curtains. I don't, but like,
if you're being rude and you coming in here like here, you can leave straight away.
Yeah, rude.
Yes, you haven't even introduced yourself. Stepping into this house, knowing exactly what you're doing.
You didn't even offer me a seat or a drink. Really?
Nope.
Is this how we're gonna do business?
Because you have not knocked, you have not introduced yourself, and I did not see a.
she
did not see a calling card. How would I offer you a seat and a drink?
She did knock. I just answered the door really quickly.
Sorcha.
Just being honest.
I don't care if you're being honest. You're interrupting. Let the adults speak.
No.
Hey.
I see.
She's just going to do like this. You know how your mom did it.
I'm an adult.
No, we will not have a picnic, my love. Go see daddy. Like
Sorcha,
I will say try to, be,
This is one of the few times Sorcha looks genuinely insulted. She's like in her late 20s.
Fair. Our lovely lady will be like, I see I've come at a bad time. Maybe I should reschedule for another day and time. Maybe I'll
No. It's okay. It's okay. It's fine. It's fine.
How about you start over and start by introducing yourself?
Let's see. She will look at you and she'll be like, well, for those who do not know, I'm gonna give her a random. I'm gonna call her Nancy Darcy, but I don't want to call her Darcy. That was a mistake. What's his name? Hold on a second. Give me 2 seconds to look up someone's name because I forgot who they are in this.
It's Glenn Close.
No, it's not Glenn Close. Bennett. Her name is Nancy Bennett. Riverside. Oh yes, and don't listen to me. I'm just looking at something else. Actually, wait a second. I'm lying to you. Her last name is not. Actually, no, her last name is Bennett. Her last name is Carly Bennett. Let me see if I can find it real fast. In my notes. But you can keep talking to her. She has introduced herself as Nancy Bennett.
Yeah, so she's like, well, Ms. Bennett, welcome to Miss Saren's house. Please have a seat while I retrieve the host.
Smiles. She like looks at the couch and goes, "Sure, I will settle in."
And she turns around, turns around, and looks at Scorcher, make sure she's not snooping, and then she goes to get
She literally
Sarah.
goes and sits on the couch, but she sits on the couch like a super delicate person sits on the couch.
Or she's just going to stare after Verity for a moment. Just, I'll make tea, and Sorcha
you go make tea.
Sorcha will go make tea, but she's not making tea like she's not using the stove. She's just holding the teapot and it's heating up, and the water's heating up.
Oh,
she's an ardent.
That is an accurate way to make tea. I mean, that is one way to heat water at the very least. So in the back, Kira and Saren, how are you doing?
Well, Saren has made it as far as getting about halfway dressed, pants on, shirt on, and is sitting at the edge of the bed, talking real quietly to Kira, listening to Verity roar on the other side of the door.
Mm-hmm.
Is we have a small problem. Kira, when I told you that tasted like 7 assholes, that hangover mix you made me, did you give me the white one, the purple one, or both of them?
I mean, I put them both in. I thought, double is better, right? No.
Okay. So here's the thing. I am very, very, very high right now. Verity is going to lose her shit. She's going to lose all the shits. So she just tried to kick someone out of my house. And we have to deal with we have to deal with this cult lady. So I'm going to look at you.
She's a cult lady? Oh, yeah, of course she's a cult lady. She's fancy and yes. Damn.
You and I are going to practice your politics today, son. I'm going to look at you, and you're going to have to answer all these questions and keep them from noticing that I don't know what the fuck is happening right now.
We can do that. We can do that. Uh-huh. It'll be fine.
We probably should not be doing this. We should do this. We have to go, though.
We have to do this, and we've got Verity and Sorcha. They know all the fancy stuff. It's fine. We can just follow what they do.
We'll do what they do.
Uh-huh. It'll be fine. It'll be fine.
We got this.
I believe in your ability to get this done.
And then maybe seeing a slight wibble, Kira will go over to Saren and just be like, you can just, we can link arms. It's how we normally do things. It's fine.
We're a team. We got this.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I believe in you. Why is this happening to me? Why can't I open the start menu?
I don't know. But, Verity probably by now has it made back there. And she comes in and she closes the door and she says, sorry for yelling, but we do have to, set a precedent of not being pushovers, especially with people like her. So
She's not a cult member, though.
No, she's a rich bitch. So they like to bully everybody. So we got to make sure that she doesn't think we're easily, steamrolled. And Saren, you would be normally the one to shut her down, but right now you're not 100% here. So you can do it next time. All right, let's go out there.
You did a great job.
Yes, thank you. Let's go and just, see what the freck she does, and don't let her get away with shit.
As Sorcha's serving tea, she's making sort of, the light party gossip kind of thing. Oh, did you know that, this person, there's a rumor that this happened. Oh, it was such a scandal. That sort of talk.
She's smiling politely, and she's giving you gossip that she's confirming things that you already knew. But she's doing a thing. You know the thing what people do where they talk about themselves, but they don't tell you anything?
Yeah.
She's doing that.
And Sorcha's following the standard song and dance of that. She knows how this sort of conversation goes. Just as a in a hey, I'm keeping you from getting bored, polite sort of rich person back and forth conversation kind of thing.
Oh, I see what happened there. Sorry, I'm making myself a note. Okay, I just make a family tree. So I make myself a really quick family tree. It's gonna be great. I love it. So when you all come back, when Verity, Saren, and Kira come back, she looks up at you, and she she has the polite, I am amused by you. I know you were gossiping, I know you were planning about me back there in that corner, but that's okay. I'm prepared for whatever you're going to throw at me face on her face. So I've heard the most interesting things. I believe, and she looks at you, Kira. Congratulations, they're in order. I hear you've been promoted to liaison from Gelsport to Ardell? Yeah, that's right.
I'm acting as a liaison for Geldspar, if that's what you mean.
Yeah, on behalf of Gelspar for to Ardell on behalf for the benefit of all of Axia.
Yeah, that's me.
It's a pleasure to meet you. I don't get out much, you see. So when I heard about the Baron's new hobby initiative, she said hobby, but then she stops and goes, no, initiative. I was curious to see how it was going to go, and I must admit, I am pleasantly surprised by the steps he's taken in for the benefit of all of Axia.
Well, I am pleased to hear that and to meet you now, because this is exactly why we need a liaison, right? We gotta bring us to an understanding between Geldspar and Ardell. We've been kind of separate for too long, we gotta understand each other a bit better.
Yeah, I mean, it's you would think after all these years, really, this would have happened sooner, but I guess progress is very slow. And regardless, I'm glad to have seen it begin at least during my lifetime. And she's smiling at you, like her face says, like she's saying one thing, but her face is definitely going, so we're not going to talk about the Force, huh?
Okay, I was going to say, am I getting the vibe from her that she definitely remembers?
She definitely remembers.
Okay.
she's definitely going, so we're not going to talk about the Force. We're just going to pretend that this is the first time we've ever seen each other. Cool.
Absolutely. Yeah. Again, like I say, Kira's like, you do not like admit anything unless like they've brought it up, right? I'm not putting myself in any hot water if there's a chance that I
will definitely at this current intro, she will not mention Apple Jacks.
So yeah. And yeah, so it should be it will be useful for everyone, I guess. It's lovely to have your company and all, but I mean, was that what you were coming down here to tell us?
No, actually, I was coming down. Oh my God. I was coming down here because sorry, let me sneeze real fast. Or not sneeze. I guess my nose has decided that it's not going to sneeze. Nope, there we go. I had been on time. I mean, I was coming because, well, originally I was coming to congratulate you on your new role. However, over the past week, have received some interesting news from some people who, well, I wouldn't call them colleagues or cohorts, people who I'm aware of their existence. Let's go with that. People who I've been keeping an eye on.
Can Sorcha roll insight?
Yes. Sorcha can definitely roll insight.
Yeah, she didn't quite. I mean, there's a million rerolls right now. I'll reroll it.
Okay.
Okay then.
What did you know? You rolled the exact same thing. Like, you have a lot of rerolls. You can reroll it again. Okay. I won't stop you.
If I roll the same thing again, I swear to God. Okay, good.
Okay. So what would you like? What kind of insight are you looking for from her?
Just to like a lot of like based on who Sorcha, like her connections, who she might be talking about, that sort of thing.
The people she's saying not colleagues, but people that I keep an eye on.
Yeah, because we know some of the names of the people who are in like the the essentially the Illuminati. So
Oh,
I'm gonna keep calling it the Illuminati. You can't stop me.
I won't stop you. I'm just saying. Okay, so how strong is how strong would you describe Sorcha's spidey senses?
Her
ability to tell that she is currently in danger or about to be in danger. And you should probably duck sense.
Pretty strong because she's always getting herself into trouble. If she didn't have a good spidey sense, she'd be dead.
But here's my follow-up question. How good is she at listening to that sense? Like, does she recognize it and listen to it? Does she recognize it and go, but I need to know this?
Yes, both.
For what?
She recognizes it, avoids the as much trouble as much danger as possible, but then puts her face in the middle of the trouble. And then of course there are just moments where things are so interesting she can't not.
Okay. So you get the vague feeling of when she says not cohorts, people I've been keeping an eye on. She's definitely referring, probably, like, you're like 99.98% sure she's referring to the cult. But like the way that one would regularly refer to a cult, like, I'm aware that there's a cult and that's bad. Now I'm aware that there's a cult and I'm part of the cult. Like I am a cult member hunter.
She's the one who sits on the lawn with the binoculars. Got it.
Yeah. Like I'm aware of the cult. I watch the cult. I just tip my wine glass at the cult as they like steal horses from my next door neighbor.
Has nothing to do with the cult.
You know of. We're stealing nothing to do with the cult as far as you know of.
That's a reminder.
Oh, shut up.
Sorcha will sort of tap her cheek and think, and just be like, "You must see a lot of very interesting things."
I have led a very interesting life.
I'd imagine, and no one would look. You're in a great position to see a lot of interesting things. No one looks twice. They just keep their eyes at their feet respectfully.
I mean, sometimes the bold ones will make eye contact, and she looks at Verity as she says that.
I see where this is going. Oh, this is beautiful.
Sarah, how are you doing? There's a strange lady in your house.
You see, right now I am sunk down in my couch because no one has noticed that my couch has slowly begun eating us, just pulling us down into its depths. But it has, or maybe it hasn't. I'm sitting here very still, watching these rich people bicker back and forth, doing their word stabby, word stabby, word stabby. And I don't know if this lady knows about the horse. She has to know about the horse, and she definitely knows about the cult, and yet my couch is eating me.
So I'm going to point out, by the way, Sarah, just so you know, she's sitting on the couch next to you. Like, she sat, because that was the only place that she could sit. I don't think you have other chairs.
And I resent the fact that the couch is not eating her. I really do.
Okay. Yeah, the couch definitely has no power over her. In fact, if it came down to it, you get the feeling like Sorcha would set things on fire. She too would set things on fire, namely this couch, should it try to eat her. Should it try to design to consider the thought of even eating her? The couch would lose that fight.
Oh goodness. So Sorcha sort of Sorcha has served the tea already, by the way.
Yes. Did you poison the tea?
No, it's delicious tea. So Sorcha's kind of like swaying from side to side. She takes out her pen and is more fidgeting with it. She's not really writing. like she's just like twisting the cap in her hands. It's not really making noise, but it's just and she sort of looks up, thinking, and then looks down at her. So I guess we just have to ask what your intention is. There's a lot of interesting things going on, and it's fine if you want to, if you know about all the interesting things. Interesting is interesting after all. I totally understand this. But what is your intention to do with the interesting things? Because there's a lot of things you can do with interesting information.
She looks at you and she smiles and she sips her tea and she thinks, do you know what do you know about the major families of Axia that are currently left in power?
And Sorcha will take out actually not her usual kind of notebook, a different one, and this one's a little bit more beat up, like it's been in use longer. She says, well, I have quite a few notes on them. Recently I've had the privilege of adding to them.
So she's gonna smile at you and she's like, hey, we could play this most interesting game, but I feel that she'll look at Verity, Sarah, who's being eaten by the couch, and Kira, who looks very nervous. I feel like it would be expedient for me to just my daughter's wife's sister was a very prominent researcher who looked into some wildly fascinating things in Axia's, I guess, creation universe, state of being, how specifically into the state of miasma and the crystals that exist within our beautiful land that hold our city afloat. Until one day she was not. And then
wait, what? Like Sorcha immediately thinks of Lorette.
Yeah, okay, that's a fair thought, but it is okay. Do you say that out loud?
Sorcha's gonna be like, wait, does she work at the archive?
Wait, I can't hear you.
Sorcha's just, wait, does she work at the archive?
She did work at the archive.
Did as in very recently quit, or did as in did a long time ago?
Did as in no longer is alive to work at the archive.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry about that. Yes, please continue.
But specifically, why do you refer to your daughter's sister-in-law, your daughter-in-law's sister? I don't know who that is. Street.
That would still be a grand. That would be.
Anyway, she can say, but Rebecca, this is only. I only bring this up because Rebecca. Hold on a second, Bobby, Jack. Sorry, buddy. I don't have a thing to throw at him. Sorry, my cat was bullying my other cat. I don't have a spray bottle to spray you with. But if I did. Oh, I can't. Okay, I can't. Okay, whatever. she was trying to poop, and he just decided to poop, to stare at her while she pooped. Like a jerk. Anyway, my Rebecca introduced my daughter Elizabeth to her later girlfriend, original girlfriend, later fiance, later my daughter-in-law. And when Rebecca went missing, shortly thereafter, so did my daughter. And I have since then been asking questions of certain people, and I feel as if, and I have felt as if, should I have continued to ask specific questions, had I not been such a prominent feature in the public eye, I too would have gone missing. So I have sat back quietly and watched until now.
Oh, that's a much more elegant way than how we found out.
Wait, what?
Never mind. Sorch is just like the way she said it's just like, never mind, like I've made bad choices. Like this is a story, but I'm not getting into it right now. That sort of thing. It's not relevant.
Okay.
But like there's something interesting there.
No.
I mean we can
And so I've come to you because I witnessed the most fascinating thing last week, which an item in which I know, which I was aware of, was removed from the person who I was keeping an eye on. And I was curious why. And she's looking directly at, and she says, like she's staring directly at Kira, smiling, kissing her cheek. Oh,
Kira's gonna break at this point and just be like, okay, that was nothing to do with the cult, right? I was there for a different thing. And
Kira,
I've never owned a horse before, you know?
Yeah, the horse had nothing to
do. Like, wait, Applejack?
Yeah, the horse had nothing to do with anything. It was.
You thought I was here about Applejack? She's completely been derailed now. You thought I was here about Applejack?
This is why I don't say anything. This is why I don't give my hand away. Kira's cursing herself.
No, I was your soul.
Sorch is just laughing.
What happened? I saw Applejack came back, so I figured.
Verity just shaking her head like, oh my Lord, I'm not even part of this conversation no more.
How do you even know I took the book? Hey.
Well, you just said the book. Also, I have ways of keeping specific items that I would like to know where they are at all.
What
so long as they don't move from their usual location. It's fine.
What do you intend to do with this information?
Well, I would like to know why you took the book.
I mean, have they noticed we took the book?
Yeah, they don't read very well.
Sorcha is going to like, at that reply, like Sorcha goes from like a little unsure to extraordinarily interested. Like her entire face just lights up. Would you be willing to tell me how you knew how we took the book?
And she's gonna like, how close are you sitting to her?
Sorcha's standing, but she's like, sort of like leaning in, like There's no hiding her genuine like intrigue and interest.
So you know how like old people like pat your hand when they're about to hand you a candy?
What was that?
You know, like old people pat your hand when they hand you tea? Like they like put something in your hand and they like pat your hand like here's a secret.
Yeah.
She does that towards you and goes, let's let that be an old person between herself and the other senior citizen of Axia.
Oh.
You'll learn when you're old enough.
This sounds like the Granny
I've
Mafia.
been heard that since I was 12.
Something's come with me. But I was curious as to what you were doing with Sir Lee's book.
Oh. Well, that book.
I think also a question, Sorsha, because you have all the books. You have all the books with you?
She has Lee's book with her, and she has the pages that were taken with her.
No, that might be me. Sorry, I was leaning away from my mic.
Yeah, your mic is sort of cutting in and out a little bit.
Sorry, I thought I was trying to cut down on the weird feedback that
Yeah, it's making it really hard to understand you here and there.
Oh, sorry. My bad. I have a new setup, okay, guys?
But yeah, Sorcha will just sort of smile and just be like, "Oh, that book, that book."
And she's like kind of smiling at all of them.
And from Sorcha's tone, she's like implying that something else was taken, but she's not going to reveal what that is, just to like keep the intrigue up.
Okay.
But not too heavy-handedly, you know, if that makes sense.
Yeah. No. Nancy, she is used to playing these particular kinds of games. So she's an old hat. Like again.
Oh yeah, this is why Sorch is doing it. She's intentionally playing the game.
Oh, but it's like you're playing chess, but she's playing 4-dimensional chess. But she's like amusing herself by pretending that she's only playing 2D chess.
Maybe.
As far as you know, that was meta.
Well, if you must know,
Pause. Are we gonna let Orchard tell her what you were doing?
Well, you don't know what Sorcha's gonna say.
I don't. I'm just saying. I'm asking. Okay, no, continue.
So yeah, Verity's gonna take a deep breath. You know
Verity,
what?
you just have to trust me.
Nope. I don't have to do anything but shit and die. Ma'am, I think you should come back tomorrow. We'll have to talk about this first before we talk further to you. Would you need my help to assist you out the door, or is your genteel self able to make it there?
She like does the like I can't believe you just called me ultimate space. And she like goes, no, I see that we can conversation at another day, please. And she like pulls from like from nowhere, like, literally don't know where it came from, a little card that says Nan Bennett on it, and like has like a
Can you repeat that? You're still cutting in and out.
Oh, that's weird. Okay, hold on a second. Let me see if I can make this better. Okay, let me know when it gets better, or if it got better or worse just now. She hands you a card that says Nancy Bennett on it, but it looks like one of those drink punch cards. With like little circles that you can knock out. And she'll be like, present this to my Major Jomo upon your arrival, and they will fetch me. And she like kind of holds it out for like whoever wants to take it.
Sorcha snatches it before Verity can get to it, because Sorcha's right there.
It's like a really fancy, like heavy linen gold foiled edged embossed card. Like real fancy. Like definitely you can almost see the oil from your finger making prints in it.
Sorch's hands are clean, though.
I said almost.
Almost.
And she'll like stand up. She'll be like, "And thank you for the tea." And she'll like put the teacup down and like make her way to the door.
Verity's going to open the door for her and say, "You have a good day, ma'am."
What time of day is it again? It's like 2:00 in the afternoon.
Because we were there around noonish, right?
Yeah, that sounds about right.
It's early afternoon.
Yeah, the half wrestling match was around noon. Yeah.
Okay, yeah. So she's gonna step out, and again, the weird glowing light thing happens where she like looks beautifully lit in the backlight, glowing, angelic, all that jazz. And she just sort of like disappears into like if you watch her walk out, like she disappears into the crowd of Gelspar. But like you know, she couldn't have walked here. Like there's definitely no way that she walked here, and no one either. She's not the kind of person who would have walked down Gelspar, yet somehow she just walked into the crowd of people in Gelspar and vanished. Like blended right in despite her fur coat and fancy cigarette.
Verity's going to close the door and she's going to lean against it and she said, "You know what? We still got to deal with the cult. Maybe we should not have spent so much time talking to her. If they see us talking to her, that might be bad news."
She's magic, I think.
Well, that's even more bad news.
Can I roll to see if because Sorch is thinking about it now in that context. Can I roll to see if she figures out more? Would that be knowledge or?
Hold on a second. I will look at your sheet. I don't have it open. I wish it gave me the thing, but it doesn't. Is it knowledge or insight? Hold on a second.
I mean, I don't trust her as far as I could throw her, but she does seem kind of anti-cult.
Because she's not trying to learn what's inside of, or what she's meant or what her intention is. She just tries to remember what it might be, I guess.
Wait, repeat. I didn't hear that for a second.
That's okay. You just decide what it wants to be. I was just
repeat what you just.
It's like knowledge would be her just trying to figure it out, and insight would be her trying to understand the intentions. And
okay, no, that's right.
So I'm guessing it's knowledge.
Because it's more how you're putting pieces together than it is anything else.
So knowledge.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I rolled a 1.
Nice. So you have so as she's leaving, as you're looking at your notes, you have a sudden remembrance of Lewis Moore, who you met at the dinner party, who's the himbo that we all love, and his wife, or rather his second wife. Actually, you remember Lewis Moore and his wife, but specifically you remember that she is his second wife, and that his first wife was a researcher named Becca. Saren's making a face at me. Why is Saren making a face at me?
Okay. But does she also know if any of them practiced magic and not just like?
Oh, you want to know she's magic or not? She's no magic. She's no more or less magic than your magic. She's like regular people magic, not like special kind of magic.
Yeah, I meant like regular people like not everyone does magic.
Right. No, she's like regular people magic. She's like, she is secretly what is her class? I wrote it down somewhere.
Invoker?
No. No. Oh no, I don't know why I thought you said Arden, but yes, she is an invoker. She is not bound. She is not bound by the laws of reality.
All right. So,
but yeah, no, she is a. Thank you.
You guys.
She's not special kind of magic. She's like regular slightly above average person kind of magic.
She's not Jenny magic. She's like regular person magic.
Yeah, like this is just special talent magic, not
Yeah.
I should be concerned because something else is happening to your magic.
Vortexes and centipedes.
Yeah, not that kind of magic. Not Jenny kind of magic.
So Sorcha is going to like tap her chin, and then she's going to look at the others and be like, I think you all are jumping to conclusion a little bit too quickly. This feels a little bit more delicate than any sort of black and white thing. This is quite interesting. I feel, and I'm of the opinion that Miss Nancy Bennett is on no one's side.
I know, she kind of sounds like she has an old lady cult. But if that cult's opposing to our one that we don't want to be on, then maybe she's a good ally, right?
Well,
It
doesn't necessarily mean she's opposing. It means that
there's no cult on cult violence happening here. I'm not gonna. But Sarah, you had a realization just now, and I didn't know what you were gonna say because I got sidetracked. You went oh, and then you kind of stopped.
Oh, because I was remembering from last season. As soon as you said the himbo's first wife, I'm like, oh shit, no, you briefly, and I said, okay, I made the connection.
Oh yeah.
I was being impressed with myself. We did not have to double back for that. It was quite small.
Oh, okay. No, I didn't know you had. Yay, we got a raid. Hi, raid. Hello, raid. Welcome, raiders.
Welcome.
I love my cats, but Bobby, you just beat him up once. Anyway, hi guys. I watched whoever said that's interesting. Okay, so what we're gonna do, team, even though we just got raiders, we're gonna do two things. Well, we're gonna do one thing and then another thing. We're gonna do introductions one more time because we have new people. We're gonna start off with I'm doing this in the fucking order that I want to do it. Sorry. Verity, yes. You're over there on my screen. So
Hi, I'm Vivi Vivesha. I'm playing Verity. Verity is in the Emberwind game in Atlanta, which is my class. She is also an investigator related to the police, but not really. And in this, she is was not very happy that this other noble woman just stomped in here and had actually nothing to do with the cult people that are supposed to be coming.
That you know of.
That we know of, but still, it's like too much. After, breaking shit and my cat, wolf, fox got wet, it's like...
Oh, yeah. Also, I'll tell you something else on the side. Okay, Arnica, you're below me to this side right here on my camera angle.
Good. That sounds like excellent positioning. I'm glad to be sitting there.
Thank you.
I'm Arnica Ross, and I'm playing the druid Saren Lycan Clutch. I am also secretly a 1929 hard-boiled detective, and right now I'm just waiting for a dame with great stems to walk through that door.
I think I know what some of those words mean, but I'm not sure. So Wes, you're below me?
Hello, I am Sweth. I play Kira Telly, which in the game, my class is a rogue, but I am basically kind of young, slightly naive, but pretty bouncy.
Powerhouse.
Sort of tinkerer, engineer kind of person who, has been kind of thrown into doing a lot of like fancy talking with fancy people from up top, which he's not used to, and it's going not well.
It's going smashingly well. Nothing bad has happened yet. And Cree, you're below.
Hi, I'm Cree. I play Sorcha Keegan. She's the ardent of the group and really likes books and learning and fire, but not at the same time. And she thinks things have been going fantastic.
Things are going great. I swear, things have been going great. Okay, so hi, I'm Imani. I'm your storyteller for this game. We are playing an Emberwind campaign. We are in our second season, and as you just came in, we just had a mysterious old lady guest come by and offer some assistance with a problem that our wonderful players are having. But they're a little suspicious of her, which is fair. But I promise you, she's not in a cult. My hand as your GM, as your storyteller, she is definitely 100% not in a cult. Nor does she want you to join a cult. Also, you did accidentally join a cult, but that's not her fault. That is not her fault. And our players have just learned, or rather been pieced together, that Nancy, our wonderful lady friend, who saw our lovely friend, our youthful friend Kira steal a horse. That she also knows a friend of theirs that they know, their favorite himbo, Lewis, and his lovely wife Tina, and his apparently dead wife Rebecca. There's a fancy family tree happening here. There's a lot happening. No, she's not called yet, but
who'd have thought stealing a horse would cause so much trouble?
To be fair, she would have shown up even if you hadn't stolen the horse.
Yeah, and you returned it too, so
yes,
no harm, no foul.
We just didn't even know I stole the horse. I gave it away, even though I knew I wasn't.
She knew you stole the horse, but she didn't know you were going to bring up the horse. She just assumed we were going to pretend that wasn't going to happen. That hadn't happened. Like we were just going to agreed silently via eye contact that the horse is never coming up. Anyway, we're going to take a 5 to 10 minute break while I get coffee, water, and a squirt bottle or something to lock my cats away. We'll be back. Bye. Don't leave. Come back. Stay and chat, and I'll be in chat and all that. Yay, our faces are, oh my God, there's so many people here. Hi, everyone. Welcome back. We're still here. We're doing lots of things today. Lots of things are happening today. Also,
Shenanigans.
Yeah, there's lots of shenanigans. It's not my fault. I told you're all making these choices. I'm not making you make these choices. You just think these things are happening and are reacting to things that aren't happening. Like I promise you, it's all in your head. It is truly not as bad as you make it sound. Did we all hear that?
Yeah. It was
Yes.
a cat.
Just threw shade at you.
Oh, cool. Yeah.
Like, BS, mama, BS.
He's like, you're a lying liar who lies.
Out of your lying hole.
Yeah. You're gonna talk shit about me, at least come over here. Anyway, so hi everyone. So you have put out Miss Nancy, who's done nothing wrong, who I promise you is not in a cult in any way, shape, or form.
Yeah, and Sorge is straight up gonna look at Verity and be like, I have been dealing with these kinds of people my whole life in this capacity.
Yes, your job is it is to give people information. But
It's not. My job is not to give people information.
Well, then what is research and telling people what you found then? And finding information for other people, what you're very good at. But this person did not need any information, because if she needs information, she can get us in trouble.
No, that is someone else's job to give information. My job is to collect and record.
Mm-hmm.
It doesn't necessarily mean that everything I record gets given away.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know.
If someone discovers, hypothetically, a new way to make some form of weapon or dangerous magic, I'm not going to give that away. That's going in the restricted section. But I am going to record it.
Yes, but you also can't stop your mouth from talking when you're excited.
But I also didn't give her any pressing information.
No.
That was Kira.
That was you didn't have a chance because Kira did that all on her own.
She already knew it, you know. I mean, she seemed to know a lot already. I thought she already knew.
You know what?
Sorry,
But
don't give that woman any more information. It's gonna go. You know, we're gonna get ourselves in hot water with the cult.
I mean, she literally watched me steal the horse. We locked eyes. You know, she already knew that.
The condition was that we are not to talk about things and give away information to anyone who doesn't already know, and that she clearly already knows. We are not breaking any rules by talking to her.
No, but the common sense says that, you know, sharing information with somebody who wants to do the cult harm might be frowned upon by the people who just inducted us into the cult.
She hasn't made any intention to harm the cult clear.
They
are
took her
projecting
daughter. They took her daughter. You don't think she wants to harm them?
Her
daughter disappeared.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
She's looking
Probably
into it.
Randomly. Randomly. Yeah. You know what? It doesn't matter. When was the cold person supposed to show up, and did they get scared away by Miss Corella de Bennett over here?
No, she was the one who left the note.
Hmm?
She was the one who left the note.
Are you 100% sure?
Yes.
Yes. Did she tell you that? Because I didn't hear that.
I think she left the note, but she's not part of the cult, right? So
that is exactly what happened.
I don't really trust all of this. Totally not.
I mean, if she's also doesn't like the cult, we also don't really like the cult. I mean, okay, Sorcha likes the cult.
You guys are calling it a cult.
I mean, it's definitely a cult. We had to join, otherwise you weren't going to be able to leave.
I mean, okay, you can call it a secret society, but that just sounds too prissy.
I mean, if it was like they aren't worshiping the information
that we know.
Religion.
Maybe they have tentacles in the basement and we just don't know.
There are no
tentacles in the basement? Sorcha immediately takes out her booklet and says, "Tell me everything you know."
Actually, I will say there's no guarantee that there are not tentacles in the basement. I actually can't.
That's what I'm saying.
One.
We don't know if there's tentacles in the basement because we don't know squat about them. We got to learn first before we alienate them by aligning us with somebody who's been looking into them and that they probably already would have shut up like she told her.
Verity, Sorcha grabs your shoulders. It's like, what makes you think there are tentacles in the basement? Tell me everything.
Wait, as the voice in the sky just wants to confirm that Verity's defending the cult and their right to exist.
Now, Verity is defending her access to information so she can take him down before we get ourselves in shits and they're going to kick us out. Plus, didn't Miss Cruella de Bennett say, if she wasn't such a fancy booty butt, they would have taken her out?
I mean,
there's only one of us here who's a fancy booty butt, and I would still be taken out because I am not very all that loved with most of the nobles.
I mean, technically, Kira is also a fancy booty butt now.
Okay. She's partly fancy booty butt.
But they would notice if the replacement, if the new liaison from Galliford to Ordell on behalf of Axia wouldn't miss it.
Let's just say it's like this. It's a public booty butt because where people would notice if you're missing.
It wouldn't be a quiet kidnapping if Kira went missing. Yes, is what I'm saying.
And if Sorcha went missing, people would just think she's hunting down new books. They would not even.
No, people would definitely notice if Sorcha went missing.
Yeah, they would notice, but they would think you would hunt down a new book.
They would notice you were missing, but they would not be concerned. So
yes,
really,
that's the point.
So what I'm hearing right now is I should kidnap Kira.
What? I say to the sky.
What? No, you should not kidnap nobody.
Yeah,
It's too late. It's too late. The note's already been written.
It's like I already did wrong by saying tentacles because now it's coming.
Like, look, it already says.
Didn't we already have something like that last season where you wrote down somebody needs to get kidnapped? That was Sorcha, right?
Yeah, that was. Oh yeah, plus tentacles.
Okay.
Verity, stop giving the sky voice ideas.
Don't worry
I'm
about
a very good sky voice myself, but yeah, I'm going to shut up now.
Okay. So
I'm just going to sit on the couch and pout.
Yeah,
I
but
think
my
Verity
point
is right? We don't want to give her more information.
We don't want to give her more information, but my point is that unless we engage with her, we are not going to get information either. We are at a standstill, both in terms of trying to figure out everything and also looking into more information about the society. There is no way for us to learn more without learning more. There's nothing written. I've looked through like every book. They are very good about not putting this information in places that's easy to access. If we find someone with access who at least is indifferent to us.
I don't know if she's indifferent to us, but I get what you're saying. And I think, okay. And this is important because I'm saying this. I'm thinking about this. We got to be careful, like not saying a bunch of stuff. Because if she's against the cult, I'm more for her than, the cult. But I still don't trust her. So I guess we kind of need to find out more from her, but also not give more away ourselves.
And
right?
Are the cult secret society people going to share more information with us if they think we're hanging around with a person who is, not a member, and it's like if they think we're giving information away, they probably be less likely to give us information that we want because they think we're going to blab it.
Yeah. Also, Sorcha, you do the magic things. If that lady can tell that a book has disappeared without seeing it, it doesn't seem too far-fetched that the cult could know if we've said stuff without being here, right?
Maybe that's what the contract we signed is about. But
damn it.
There's a difference between talking to someone who already knows and giving away trade secrets. We can engage with anyone who knows already because we're trying to get information from them too, provided we don't give away anything vital.
I kind of like that loophole. I think it means
that is a thin line to tread.
It is. And it's a lot of it's a lot of very careful talking, but the more hostile we are, then the less we can get out of it. You leave things to implication but never confirm them, and then when they're implied, you can also imply things that are not true. So who knows what you're saying? But that's the point. If you imply something and they know it for sure, whether it's yes or no, they'll know it for sure whether it's yes or no. Otherwise, you just imply things that are not necessarily true, and then they'll figure, and then they don't know for sure. And then you get information, and then they get information, and it's a trade, but it's not confirmed.
Okay,
That's
you probably just talked Saren into a head spin, because my head is spinning and I am not hungover. Let's just call this an interesting learning experience. At least she knows we won't roll over, and we know more than we say. And let's just say we have a stronger position now.
I'm going to be honest. I don't think any of the intimidation tactics worked even a little bit.
It doesn't need to be intimidation. It just means that she can't come in and steamroll. So she's going to take a different approach next time.
No, she's going to probably do the exact same thing because she knows it's just a big show you put on.
Really?
I mean, she
You
left.
want to start that? Then I'm
something.
I'm seriously gonna arrest her just to spite the nose.
Watch
me.
That's illegal.
Nope.
That's
Not Axia, it's not technically.
you need.
I will find something. Don't you think I won't find something? Don't you think I read all the laws? Don't you think I can find something that's illegal?
Oh, I'm sure you can find something, but it's.
I also think we shouldn't bring that up because we did kind of accidentally kill people.
There
Definitely
is
kill people.
there is
That's why I'm saying this was all posturing from both sides, so we know where we stand.
It's posturing, but she she knows it's posturing.
It's part of the game.
Yes.
All right.
That's what I'm saying.
I think we're all just going around in circles. Maybe we should break this up and try again later. Sorsha, you stay back though. I need to talk to you about more good liquor now that everyone else is leaving. And
Oh yes.
No more. We need you at full strength for this.
I was
Not
about
today,
to
we
say-
don't. We are apparently done with our meeting. I'll catch up with you guys tomorrow though.
So definitely true. Also, okay, I have a plan.
I was about to say, to appease everyone else, I'm only going to bring things during downtime.
Okay, and you better drink hangover cure before we gotta do stuff. Okay.
Absolutely.
And I'm gonna look at Sarah and say a bit more quietly, like, I need you. I don't know what I'm doing. Okay.
We'll figure it out.
Okay, all I know is that this sofa didn't eat her, and that makes her worryingly strong, okay? I don't know what kind of person can do that.
Being eaten by the sofa?
That was Sarah was talking about, that the sofa is starting to eat people, remember?
Yeah, I'm saying, but not being eaten by the sofa is the suspicious part? Is that what we're saying?
Have you never sat on a sofa that's one of those ones that's so old you just can't ever get out of it?
Okay, so I'm gonna tell you something that you probably don't know, but Sarah, Arnold's probably gonna laugh at me. Every sofa in my entire life has been covered in plastic.
What?
Like the furniture?
Yeah, that's exactly what I'm talking about.
It's an everlasting granny's house.
Covered in plastic.
That's crazy.
One sofa was covered in plastic with my mother's leather sofa, and that was for guests only. So no, I have never sat on a sofa trying to eat me.
Oh
Never
my
on a sofa in
gosh.
my life.
I'll be back in a second. So I'll head out the house. Kira will head out and
Okay.
with Verity if Verity will come
Who's
with
vibrating?
me.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, Sorsha's just gonna be like, just sort of just shake her head and this is going to be very complicated, I think. Yay.
It it maybe doesn't have to be as complicated as it was made out to be. You still have that card, Sorsha?
Yeah, of course I do.
I think maybe this might work better if on a day when I'm not so fucked up, maybe just you and I go speak to Miss Bennett quietly. Maybe we should handle this with a slightly softer touch and then bring the information back. We don't have to make decisions, but I'd like to hear her out a little bit more.
Yeah, I think that's a good idea. If this is strictly about the society and the stuff they pull, it's probably I wonder if she knows anything about the drugs. She does keep her ear to everything and snoops everywhere. She's a better snooper than I am, and I like to snoop.
You are an exquisite snoop, my darling. So, tomorrow, just pick something out of your cellar. I don't want it. You can take it home later. Bring me down a bottle tomorrow, and we'll go up the back elevator, and we'll go see Miss Bennett.
Of course. Do you want something a little lighter this time? Something maybe sweet or just dry and refreshing, or just more hard?
I think I've actually drunk enough to sink a small ship. I think I'm good for a lifetime, but whatever you bring me, I'll send it home again. Just come down tomorrow.
Alrighty. Sorcha will take a moment and do the dishes and stuff because Saren doesn't feel up to it and everyone else left. She's crazy, but she is responsible.
That's fair.
Sometimes. But yeah, Sorcha will tidy the place up and make it presentable before heading back to work on her research.
Cool. So, let's see. Wait, Kira, where did you say you were going? In real life, or was that just out? Kira's going somewhere.
I think I think we were heading off because Saren wanted to chat with Sorcha, right? So
no, I'm saying no. You said I'll be right back, but then I said, "Oh, is that your phone making that vibrating noise?"
Oh yeah, me. I'm right back. That was
okay.
me.
Sorry, there was a, and I was like, wait, when did this happen? Okay, so let's see.
Matters to me.
Oh yeah, the whole reason this first has happened, the crystal drugs. Yes, I haven't forgotten about them. I also have a note about that. Kira.
Yes.
So you've been sent. Where did you go when you left Saren's house?
So I think Verity, did you come with Kira?
Yeah, she probably left at the same time, just because they hadn't seen each other in a bit.
No.
And probably carrying the fluffy friend.
Yeah.
Actually, I was gonna say, where have you seen Fluffy Friend since our Miss Nancy stopped by?
Because I think the last time, I paid attention to Fuzzy Friend was sniffing all over the work table.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So, and then nobody paid attention to Fuzzy Friend until she was gone. And then, Verity looked for her. She was, again, by the work desk and just picked her up.
Okay. Well, can I kidnap Fuzzy Friend? Do you mind?
Oh, I totally mind. Do not. Nope.
Well, it's not kidnap. So it's more so that Fuzzy Friend is gonna go on a Aristocats adventure. Only without the evil butler.
Okay, because we are not doing the evil butler.
The butler's not gonna throw them out the truck as they're trying to kill the heiress to get their money. No.
Yeah, no. If she goes, I am okay with her going on an adventure, but I'm not okay with the bag and the throwing and the.
Yeah, none of that. Just the adventure bit. When you're leaving Saren's house, as you try to call to Fuzzy Friend, Fuzzy Friend does not respond. But I want to say more specifically that you and Kira leave, and then you realize Fuzzy Friend isn't following you, and then you circle back to go find Fuzzy Friend. Fuzzy Friend is not there. Fuzzy Friend has I'm gonna say gone missing. You think they've gone missing anyway.
Where's the fluffy thing?
I don't know. I haven't seen her since Cruella de Bennett showed up. Maybe she didn't like her because I don't like her either. But you think maybe she went home, or is she okay?
I mean, she's
a cat.
Pretty clever.
Well, we think she's a cat, right?
Yeah,
Or
she's mostly a cat.
Or a wolf, or something fuzzy.
A fox. Something with fluffy tail. Something that looks like a bull pitch.
Yeah. So Verity is definitely, going to do like a spiral from Saren's house, heading towards her house, because it's like either Fuzzy is somewhere around, or Fuzzy went home. That's about as far as she thinks. She didn't see Miss Bennett see Fuzzy, so she doesn't think Fuzzy.
No, as far as you are aware, Miss Bennett has not seen the Fuzzy Friend. I'm going to give it a name because I feel like giving it a name.
I bet I could. I bet I could make something that we could give to Fuzzy Friend so that we would know where it was.
Can we name our Fuzzy Friend Quixote? Just because I find that funny.
Can we just say Kyo, because Quixote is such a long thing?
I know. It's like I want to make. Okay, fine. It's fine.
We can always say Kyo of Te.
Well, I'm naming it Fuzzy. I'm naming it Quixote for a reason, but that's okay.
I know. But
okay.
It's like we can just say, yeah. Well, you know what, Lady Quixote the Third, whatever, something weird.
It's a dog on me and Don Quixote. What? Oh,
fluffy thing.
What?
I will just call it Kyo, because you know what? That's just what.
No, that's fair. I'm within. Okay, let me rephrase that. For viewers at home who are like, what the fuck is happening? So a while back, last season, our lovely, intrepid team acquired a mascot of the fuzzy variety, and its name is not Quixote. What it is a Quixote. That's what I'm calling the species of animal that I'm referring to it as. And you still don't know what it is. You don't know what it is, but like I'm just saying, going forward, I'm gonna refer to it as the voice in the sky, as Quixote went missing.
The spaceship.
Yes.
Clearly.
No, it's not a spaceship. What? No.
It was, no one got that reference. Okay.
No, I didn't get that reference.
To be fair, I'm not cool.
What was the reference to? I don't understand.
The Tenchi animes with the little cat, rabbit, the cabot thing that turns into a spaceship.
Yeah, I know what it's. It's not. What's the name? Tenchi. It's a cabot. What is the cabot's name?
Ryoki?
No, Ryoki is a person. Ryoki is the. Okay, wait, no.
No, Ryoko was the person. Ryoki was the cabot.
Yeah, there we go. It's like one of them is. It's one or the other. Anyway, yes, no, Tenchi. I love Tenchi.
Kiri.
Huh?
Kiri the Quixote.
Okay, sure. Not to be confused with Kira.
It's Kiri. So,
oh no.
Shenanigans.
The important
well,
part
that would be a Verity thing, because it's Kira and Kiri, and they're both, people to take care of.
When you get back, so you're gonna head to Kira's place, correct? Or you're heading to your place?
To my place, because I'm worried about Kiri, but I'm doing it like in a spiral pattern.
Okay.
So spiraling out.
Yeah, I'm walking with Verity with the spiral, and I've been blabbering a little bit about how I bet I could make something like a crystal that pings the other one, so that we might know where
tracking collar, a tile.
Is.
Yeah, absolutely. Can we put it on a collar? That would be cool.
Yeah,
cool.
I reckon I could do that. In fact, I'm gonna go do that now. It would be good to take my mind off of things. Like,
yeah.
There's a lot of stuff going on, and I think that, I think you're right, that lady, we've got to be careful around. But I'm also thinking it's a kind of loophole, right? We're not allowed to talk to people that don't know about it, but she kind of clearly already knows about it. And I mean, obviously, that's not what they mean, because she doesn't like the cult. But I guess we're not technically breaking any rules, you know? So
not if you go by the words and not the intent.
They didn't explain the rules, and I don't think they handed you a contract that you could read afterward. They just made you sign this thing and then kicked you out. So
No,
right.
we were able to read it. We were able to read
it.
it.
Okay.
Yeah.
I don't actually know whether it's specified whether you can help.
Kira did not read it.
Because Sorcha read it very thoroughly. It was basically like, don't like.
But here's the thing. So our cult friends don't think that anyone else knows that they exist. Therefore, it wouldn't have been covered. Like the statement of "don't tell anyone who doesn't already know" would have, from their point of view, implied "don't tell anyone new."
That's what Kira is sort of saying, basically.
Yeah.
Like, so maybe we found the loophole that we were looking for, right? Of being able to find people that could help us take out the cult. Now, I'm not sure she's not part of some kind of old lady cult herself.
Which she is,
that magically knows when books disappear, which I'm
It's
not
called being a
fan of.
librarian.
I mean, like, to be fair, aren't all old people in like a cult where they talk to each other and gossip about everything? Yeah, the bingo cult. That's what we'll call it.
Anyway. So Kira, you're going to your house. Theron and Sorcha are still conversing in Theron's house.
I was just chatting with Verity.
I'm saying you're breaking off from Verity to go to your house, correct?
Yeah, sure. I will. In fact,
you don't have to. I'm just asking you. I just.
Yeah. I was chatting with Verity about the whole thing, and then I was gonna say, yeah, I reckon I could make a collar thing. Maybe I will go and tinker with that now, and then we can maybe I can come over to your place maybe in the morning or something, and you can let me know if you need help finding the fluffy thing.
That would be very much appreciated.
In fact, I'll just come over when I've sorted something. How about that?
Yes, please. Can you try and make it purple?
Oh yeah, for sure. And I'm already starting to like sketch little ideas as I walk back with my head, like sketching ideas to my shop.
So, two things are going to happen, and then I'm going to cut back to Verity. But Kira, when you get home to your lovely workshop, which has a giant like garage door thing, it's been shoved up about waist high. Like someone sort of like something forced its way in and then shoved the thing up, but like not all the way up.
Okay.
And you hear a weird noise coming from indoors, inside.
Okay, so I will get out my little like telescopic pole thing. Mm-hmm. I'll put my hand on it, ready. Mm-hmm. And then I'm gonna try as quietly as possible to slip under the door.
Okay. The lights are off. I don't know if you can see anything. Like, are there windows? Can you see anything?
There aren't windows, but there is like a bunch of various different machines that I imagine like give out that really tiny amount of like glow, like when you leave like, I don't know, like a monitor or something on, and it has that little blue light.
Yep. So two things, you'll notice two things immediately. One, there's a familiar four-legged friend in your apartment.
Oh.
And your familiar four-legged friend brought another friend with them. It's a little bit more fuzzy than they were.
Oh.
So Verity, you get home. Also, I'm gonna say, whenever like when there's food left out anywhere in your like space, it's been eaten. Like it's clearly like you've been like your pantry's been raided. It's on the like it's eaten. Or anything a questionable amount of things that shouldn't have been eaten. I don't even know what they eat, but they've managed to find whatever edible food you had.
I was saving that half of the cupcake on the side of my bench, and that's gone.
Well, no, because the cupcake was chocolate. I don't think they can eat chocolate. Let me find out.
Look, just because they can or cannot doesn't mean they will. Like, or rather,
I feel like.
Is it toxic to them? Then they might not.
Might not. They might not be smart enough. Yeah, they can't eat chocolate or cherries for that matter. That's weird. That's such a. Anyway, no, I feel like animals that can't eat certain foods are smart enough not to poison themselves. I don't know if that's true or not, but I feel like that's true.
Unless they're dogs. That is a lie.
That is a lie.
Unless they're dogs, I feel like other animals are smarter than that.
No, humans aren't.
Well, humans are stupid. Look how we exist in the universe. We have these fleshy sacks of wetness. No production. No
That's every
protection.
animal.
Anyway, the point is there's two fuzzy friends, one that you recognize, one that you know of, but you've never seen this one before in your workshop, like napping in a pile of their own like gorged stomachs. But Verity, you get home and fuzzy friend is not there.
Yeah, Verity will definitely look everywhere, and if there's anybody still left working in the house, she'll ask them if they've seen them.
They have not seen fuzzy friend since you left with them this morning.
And then she's probably going to go into her workspace and try and focus on working, but is having a hard time.
So what are you trying, like in your workspace, what are you trying to work on?
She is probably looking up some obscure laws and maybe stuff that she has on the Bennett family.
Okay.
She wants to be prepared. Well, probably in the family, library. Books about the families and maybe some of the old diaries of her family to see if there was anything, if they knew any shady shit about that family.
So in your general reference for your family, sorry, I'm looking for the word beige. It's not the right. Here's not the color. Anyway, so the point is you find out that the Bennett family, they're kind of sorry, let me rephrase that. Nancy Bennett is there are currently two, as far as you are aware, according to the records for the Census Bureau for Axia, there are 3 Bennetts left in all of Axia. There was Nancy Bennett. Actually, no, there's 4 Bennetts. Let me rephrase that. There are 4 Bennetts in all of Axia. There's Nancy Bennett, Elizabeth Bennett, Serenity Bennett, who is Nancy Bennett, Nancy Bennett's daughter, Elizabeth, Elizabeth's wife, Serenity, and their child. And those are the only Bennetts that exist in Axia, but specifically, there's a note on the Bennett family file, in their thing, that Nancy Bennett has custody of the smallest Bennett child. And that Elizabeth and Serenity have been marked as location unknown.
She would also then once she did all her research, she would probably head over to the guard headquarters to see if she can look up any missing person reports on the family, and what the investigation of the status is.
Sure. So I'm going to make you roll a not knowledge. We're going to go with knowledge. Not to necessarily see whether you fail or not, but how much information you gather. So how close or far away.
So you think that's more like a willpower stamina thing?
No, no matter what, you're gonna know information. But if you okay, hold on, where's your sheet at? So if your number for knowledge is you have to get 14, but you get 16, you get less than information than you need, but you still get it's a scale, it's a sliding scale. The further
my knowledge is 8. So.
Oh well, let's see what happens. Let's see how far. Okay, no, you got a 9. So that was. You're only a little bit away from. You're close, but not on. You didn't get everything you need to know. So what you find out is that Serenity Bennett, or rather, you find out that Serenity Bennett. Not Serenity Bennett. Sorry, I keep saying Serenity. Elizabeth Bennett was a researcher at the archives. And she was working on the report states that, as far as they could understand of her research, she was working on a way to convert the miasma into something not killing people. Like a way to not necessarily into something useful, but something to like disperse it in a manner in which it was not going to kill people. When she went missing while on a expedition with her wife and her team. Her team was her wife was not a researcher. Her wife was a merchant, like what do you call it? A not merchant, because merchant implies selling things. An acquirer of goods, I guess.
Right, so an importer or a collector,
like an antiquer.
Oh,
I buy things for a consignment shop.
Mm-hmm.
Which if you know the Moore family, that they run a trading company, so that's how that. But her wife was like with her on this trip when it was like a small private trip. It was her and like 3 other people. Not counting her wife, so like a total team of like 5 people. And as far as they can understand, the ship that she was on ran afoul of something in the air, and sent out a distress signal, and then did not come back. And by the time they arrived on the scene, all that was left was a broken, beat up ship and no people.
Did it say in which direction they were trying to head? Where they're trying to head in the same direction that's like where we stranded before, or is it like?
No, so they were heading in the direction of. Okay, wait a second. I need a map. Hold on. And I can't know how I spelled that right. Okay, so I need a map. I don't know why I don't have a map. I need to bother Derek for a map. Okay, so it's north. Okay, southeast. So if you got stranded to the east, like on the island that you were on, they went to the west. They went like southwest.
All right. Here comes the family.
Huh? And you. So anyway, so you find out that they went missing. That the investigation just determined that whatever they ran afoul of, they tried to escape and were not successful. And whatever it is, either that it was put down to death by miasma. Is a long story short.
That's interesting. I would like to send a message to Sorsha and let her know what I found out at the police headquarters and ask her if she can find out any more of her research.
Okay.
Because that might be interested. That might have been something that the cult was interested in, if anything of this has to do with the cult.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Do you have any is there anything else you want to investigate while you are?
Well, probably new. If there's any new occurrences or leads, anything towards the drugs that we were researching.
There's been a couple more like minor drug running arrests, but like no one, but like the usual like street corner kids, not their boss. And none of them, like they all have the same, oh, I got it from this person, but that person's still not in charge enough to have been the person that they originally got it from. Like you're still getting so low level. Like you haven't even hit middle level. Like you haven't even hit.
All right. And no leads that any of the other officers found out.
Okay, nothing new, but like there've been more. Like you can statistically say there have been more cases.
But yeah, when she's done with that, you know what? Maybe she'll run the message herself over to Sorsha.
Let me write the tweet.
Okay. But also as an aside, besides the new low level cases, statistically speaking, there are more of them. So like more people like taking kind of note, like suddenly like there's not a whole team assigned to it, but like within your department, within the police, the organization, the guard people, like they're like, yeah, we're all keeping an eye out on this in case anyone they're not reporting it to a specific person quite yet, but like they're all like highlighting this in their notes if we come across this bit of information.
That's good. All right, so she's gonna take her notes and she's gonna head over to the library and see if she can find Sorsha.
Okay. Kira, you have 8 extra legs in your house.
Yeah. So I'm gonna back up a couple of steps and try and quietly close the door.
Mm-hmm. They're like dead sleep. They're like, I have eaten my weight in granola sleep.
Okay. Nice. In which case then I will carefully like tiptoe over the top of them and I will get my little sketch out that I was making on my walk back and I'm gonna basically tinker them together like little collars.
Huh?
And name
You're
tags.
just gonna pretend that your fuzzy friends aren't around?
My plan is to make them some like collars and a leady kind of thing, I guess. So that I can take them to Verity because I don't really know what to do with them.
I'm gonna point out one of them is Applejacks, obviously. But you remember how I said they
Wait,
were like a
what?
Yeah.
One of them is Applejacks.
What do you think it was?
I thought there was another one of the fox thing.
No, it's Applejack. Sorry, let me rephrase that. So the four-legged friend that was Applejack has returned to your place with a friend that is not your fuzzy friend, but specifically a different kind of fuzzy friend, a much warmer woolen fuzzy friend that some people keep as pets and also people make sweaters out of. It's not a sheep.
Oh my gosh. Okay, so neither of them are Verity's missing.
No, Verity's missing pet. No. They are definitely, it is, so remember, I don't know if you remember, I don't know where I said this, but the house that you stole the horse from, they have like a small petting zoo in the back. But not a lot, but like we raise and slaughter our own animals petting zoo. Which is why they have a horse, because why would you have a horse on an island that floats? Like what? They use it for carting things around, but specifically, they also it's an alpaca. Though Applejacks let an alpaca to your house, and Applejack specifically returned because you gave them food.
I see. Okay. I think I still have closed the door though.
You fed it, and it followed you home.
I could go to Saren. I think that's a bad idea. I think Verity this time. So I'll spread out the news. It will be fine. So I actually like just slowly pick up the door and I back out and I close it and then I run to Verity.
Okay. So Verity, as you're leaving your house, a very concerned, slightly out of breath, Kira appears at your door.
I think I have a problem.
Another problem. What kind of problem is it this time, love?
Well, I guess it's the same problem, but again, or kind of different. But there's also another problem. The horse is back. And there's a friend.
The horse is back?
It came back to my house. It was in my house. It was in my workshop.
How did the horse get in the workshop?
They definitely forced the door open. They definitely like stuck their nose under the thing and pried the door open.
Well, I think all it is like I like kick it to like unlatch it and then it like lifts up sort of itself. So it's probably
not a very secure
totally
location,
safe.
but like Kira also I feel like doesn't keep anything worth stealing in their workshop. Or if it is worth stealing, no one knows the fuck to do with it anyway, so no one bothers.
Pretty much. It's there. It came back. I don't even know how to make my way back to the house that I got it from. So it has a good memory. Do you think it came in the elevator itself? Anyway, it's there. and I'm not really sure what to do. Siren did retrieve it. They knew people, but I kind of don't know if I should tell Siren.
Siren's gonna lose her shit.
Yeah, and I'm thinking maybe we avoid that this time.
So the horse is in your house with a friend. Is that another horse?
No, like, I mean, it is fluffy and like, I get. Is it? Did you say it isn't actually an alpaca, but it's that kind of animal?
It is actually an alpaca. It is the closest Axia equivalent to an alpaca.
Okay. Yeah. It's. I will call it an alpaca, I guess.
Call it an alpaca. It doesn't have a name.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, it seems to be an alpaca. I
they
don't know
seem happy.
I mean, they were asleep. So yeah.
Aye, good. Then before we deal with that, let's go see Sorsha. I gotta drop off a message for her, and then let's think about how we deal this, because I don't think you have space to keep a horse and an alpaca inside your workshop.
No.
That's the concern, whether you have space to keep the horse or the alpaca.
I mean, the horse came by itself, right? With an alpaca. We don't know where they come from, but that's okay. Also, we don't have any poo-poo scoopers. So let's go talk to Sorsha first, and then let's deal with the next problem on the list. Also, you still haven't found my fuzzy, right?
Oh, no, not
How
yet.
in the world are we looking for one fuzzy, but then we found two? Let's go see Sorsha.
I wonder if you can fit an entire zoo in your house. What animals can I shove in your house?
It would be awful because like her workshop is also her house. There's like one room and then like the toilet off the side, but like there's a bunk and everything like in that same room.
Well, like,
so.
if I had a personal petting zoo, right? Because basically, look, this is an aside for anyone who's watching this. This is not relevant to the plot. But in my head, I'm imagining that the Lee family has like, you know when you're rich and you keep tigers.
Yeah.
They keep non-murderous animals. Like alpacas and sheep, and a couple goats, and maybe a small army of chinchillas. And what's specifically happening is Applejack's told the other animals about this cool new place they went. And it's very Babe Pig in the City where they're conspiring.
I think I hope that this is a spin-off where
this is spin-off. This is a root spin-off to this game. Yeah, I have a stat sheet for Giant Rabbit.
Can we have a spin-off Emberwind game where we all play chinchillas in different hats?
I mean, I wouldn't say no.
It's like we're gonna do a one-shot where we all part of this petting zoo, and we're all trying to get to Kira's house. And there's a whole bunch of stuff in the way, but we make it, right? In the end, we gotta make it. Mm-hmm.
Trixie found is stealing her new friend by stealing her and shoving him in the Kira's. Yeah, Trixie's just gifting you pets. Trixie's just like, here, I think you'll like this. This is Trixie's way of making friends. She's bribing you with animals. That's just she'll find something that you love and want to keep. I love it. So Verity and Kira are heading to Sorcha, who's in the library. While you're in the library, Sorcha, what are you doing? You've been back at the library for a little bit, for at least a couple hours.
I feel like she headed back to the library with the intent of doing research, but then like one of the students in one of the classes that she writes the lesson plans for the class but never actually shows up. So, like she has a sub actually doing the teaching. Someone showed up and was like, hey, I need help researching this. So she's with like a student and she'd rather be doing her own thing, but it's like, damn it, I have obligations, don't I?
You have class that you're supposed to be teaching, correct?
She's a professor, so she writes the lesson plans, but doesn't like physically go in to teach the class. She's like one of those teachers that has someone else teach the class.
You let your TA take over the class. It's a good experience.
Yeah, it's totally good experience. She's not just off doing her own thing.
Yeah. So wait, so you're saying when you got back to the archive, sorry, I was like typing and listening. A student was at your office saying, I need help with something, and you're like, shit, I have to go help with something, correct?
Yeah.
Okay.
She does offer like, I'll tutor people, whoever comes, by.
Yeah.
But like she is the crazy one, so it's rare that people actually come by.
Yeah. They're like, in theory, whatever I want from you isn't worth for the 3-hour lecture about something else. That I'll get. Okay, so do you want to pick what the student came by to ask you about, or can I pick what they came by to ask you about?
Go ahead and pick.
Okay,
Make
so
it as awkward as you want.
no, it's fine. I have a document somewhere. They have come to pick. What do you specialize in?
Her specialty is history, but like she knows a lot more than history, so she'll gladly she also, I would imagine she also teaches like magic 101 to get people get people like their foot in the door when it comes to magic.
Okay. Let's see. Sorry, I'm literally looking through this, what is this, 80-page document?
Both practice and theory of magic.
You're an ardent, correct?
Mm-hmm. She wouldn't necessarily be teaching people how to be an ardent, but just like, this is how magic works. This is how you focus to make magic, blah, blah, blah. Like she'll do more in-depth tutoring, but the actual class is like, hey, you want to be /invoker/druid? This is how you tap into your magic, kind of thing.
Yeah. Okay. Wait, what did I just do? I don't know what I just did. Okay.
It's for the freshmen.
While the king is hunting a boar, ascends to the throne, and then gets killed by a boar. That's such a weird, specifically story. Okay.
Wait, what in the name of Robert Baratheon just happened? Who got killed by a boar?
I wasn't gonna say anything, but I was like,
Okay, so I heard it right. Okay, as long as I heard it right.
Oh, I know what it is. I know what we're gonna do. So the student has come to you specifically about they're looking into the history of these tunnels that are hidden. I say hidden, but everyone sort of knows they're down there, but no one like had bothered to go map them out because, well, why bother?
Like,
and then
catacombs, you mean?
I feel like catacombs applies to dead bodies. Right? Is that what catacombs imply?
I mean, it implies it, but like you have like the Paris catacombs, which not all of them have.
Catacombs specifically are underground cemeteries consisted of subterranean galleries. No, they're not catacombs. It is not designed as a cemetery. Let me rephrase that. It's more of like a labyrinth than anything. So the student. Okay, so let me see how I can describe this because I'm bullshitting my way through Derek's universe and he can just deal with it. Sorry, Derek, if you're watching this and be like, what the fuck are you doing to my world? You gave me free reign. So in Axia, like I said, like we know, is made up of 2 giant rocks. It is made up of the rock that is Ardell and the rock that is Gelspar. They are tethered together by like some rope. Right?
Okay.
And so you know how like sometimes in giant rocks they're like naturally occurring caves. So underneath what is like the flat part of Ardell, like underneath it, there's a bunch of caves. Like it's a giant labyrinth maze thing that's just down there. Like imagine if like ants built a tunneling system under Ardell. It's structurally sound, but no one really uses it for anything. Like it's not really functioning for any particular purpose.
Or rather, like the deeper parts aren't. I'm sure that like some of the higher up ones are used as storage or whatever. Because
they're mostly like they're used as storage. Like some of them have like lights, and like some of them people use like as quick travel between like if you're gonna like go really fast from one place without having to cut through the street from one place to another street. It's like the tunnels in Disney. Like the upper levels are the tunnels in Disney, and the lower levels are like the New York City subway system. Like theoretically, you could walk through it, but like I'm not gonna walk through it. Fuck that nonsense. Something might kill me down there. Who knows? If that makes sense. If anyone's been to New York and has been on the subway system in New York, understands that you could theoretically walk through the entirety of the MTA, but I wouldn't suggest doing it. I would not suggest doing it. You could legally, I think. The MT would be mad at you, but you could do it. Anyway, my point is, the studio has come to you specifically because they're doing research into not specifically the history of the tunnels, the labyrinth under the city, but more so hypothesizing what one would have caused it, why Ardell has them and Gelspark doesn't have them. And like, okay, sorry, they're looking for three things. They're looking for why were they made? Why are they there? What are they for? And who created them? Basically, it's the who, what, why questions. Those are your three who, what, why questions. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
And so they're asking you because in like over the history of time, over the course of the universe, or over the course of Ardell's history, they've been used for other things, but like no one knows why. Like no one, they've never been an official like this is what we're gonna do these for. These are like bomb shelters, like London bombing. They just like.
And they are natural formations, right?
As far as anyone can tell, no one seems to recall anyone saying that they built them. The closest explanation to what they would be is that there was a giant ant that a bunch of giant ants made a bunch of giant caves, like it made a giant cave system under your island.
It seems like they were artificially made, but not by people.
Yeah, well, no, they're not even artificially made. Artificially made in the way that
something other than a human dug them, but they weren't like it wasn't like running water and
no, yeah, it wasn't like something dug these things, but it was not, as far as anyone knows, a native or non-native of Ardell that has 2 hands and 2 feet.
Okay.
But it is naturally forming. I say, does anyone know Lake Lanier?
Lake Lanier in Georgia?
Yes, Lake Lanier, Georgia. Thank you for
Dog swimming in fucking Lake Lanier.
That took me a second. I've been there. I'm like,
no, Lake Lanier is a hellscape. Lake Lanier is literally like that's a horror movie. If you don't know what Lake Lanier is, let me explain what Lake Lanier is. Lake Lanier is the site of a town that everyone who was in that town was first murdered or driven out of the town. But then like 40, 50 years later, they said, you know what we should do? We should put a resort there. And they built the fucking lake. And then people kept dying. And they've still been dying about 60 years later. And no one knows what the fuck is up with that lake. But everyone died. And it's just like, is it the lake? Is it the dead people that you killed to build the lake? Like, what's happening here? There's a lot happening here.
Are these like people disappearing or accidental deaths?
No, these are like people just mysteriously drowning. Like we found their dead body at the bottom of the lake. We have no idea why they drowned. Lake Lanier is like a fucked up, weird Atlanta thing. And I'm not even from there. And I'm just like, yeah, that's a bad place. That is the bad place. But like it's as natural as Lake Lanier is. Like technically someone built it, but like now it's just this weird thing that kind of exists that no one's gonna touch because it's been there for a long ass time. It is suspect as fuck. Here's the Wikipedia for Lake Lanier. I love referencing Lake Lanier in things just because it's like scary.
Yeah, I just looked it up. It's like, oh, this place.
Yeah, my host family, when I was an au pair, used to have a houseboat there.
No, see that were they white?
We would go there in the summer to ride their little.
Were they
sea
white?
cruise. I was west of Atlanta in Fulton County in the whitest of whitest whitest places ever.
You said au pair, but I was just confirming because there's some rich black people in Atlanta. Who knows? They could have been trying to like live that.
But not in that neighborhood. I should have gone. I would have loved to be in Buckhead.
Yeah, no. Here is like a bad. Yes, people still go there. Someone recently drowned there. Like within like the last 2 weeks, someone drowned there. And I'm just like, I don't understand how many dead bodies do you have to find in that lake before people stop getting in the fucking water.
This is the second scariest body of water ever that I've ever seen.
It is a cursed place. My point is, Lake
I totally loved it. I didn't know nothing. I'm too German for this.
No, it's okay.
But that was in 2000, so maybe now it's
no, it hasn't gotten better. It's continuously gotten worse. So my point is, Lake Lanier is a thing that exists because they needed hydroelectricity. They needed to build a dam, so they built this thing. And it's definitely not naturally occurring. Like people definitely built this thing, but nature has taken over it. So my point is, the cave system under Ardell, something definitely built it. Nature has now had its way. It's like if you left Jurassic Park for too long.
Fair enough.
Like you can't prove, like realistically, nothing else but people could have done this. But why would someone have done this?
At least it's not the Bolton Strid. Okay.
No. It's like, yeah. So anyway, the student has come to you because they're asking you about they're trying to figure out, they're trying to hypothesize a possible purpose for these
tunnels,
and they're trying to figure out a way to petition the city, the council of Ardell to like turn it into something useful, because they're like down there and they're totally probably fine if you just spent the money to figure out the fuck they were.
Sorcha will just start taking out I'd assume that once Verity arrives, this kid is probably surrounded in like a wall of books and reference material and images, both like sketches of various things as well as like magical images that were created. I don't know if cameras are a thing in this universe. Really primitive cameras.
Yes, but no. But like, yes, there are fancy cameras, like there are video cameras. Like you can record picture, but there's no sound. They're at best security cameras.
I meant photography.
Oh yeah, no, there's but they're like the quality, the quality, not the kind of camera, but the quality is that of like a disposable camera in the 80s, developed at Rite Aid.
Okay, that's fair.
You can still totally see what they are, but like it's not. They basically, I feel like Ardell and Axia is the kind of place where we got this thing to work, therefore we've never improved upon the thing that because it works.
Fair enough. So yeah, she's gotten plenty of like photographs and drawings and reference material and all the maps that have been made, which doesn't even, it probably doesn't even cover half of what there is, as well as like accounts of people who have spelunked a lot deeper and what they've written about it. Just with like we don't know how true these accounts are, but they could be true. There's some weird stuff written in here. It's very interesting. I'm proud of you. Keep learning.
Okay.
This also feels like, but if you really want to know, you should get people together and go down and explore. But tell people where you're going. That way, if you don't come back, people know to go look for you.
That is fair. I wasn't it, but that was fair. Oh, we're gonna go with that. Okay, so I'm gonna name your student John.
Okay.
Just because I can. And because they've now become a reoccurring character. I'm sorry. You've done this to yourself.
Well, yeah, I did.
I really should make like a sheet of all the NPCs. Yes. So
Verity.
Verity and Kira have arrived at your workplace with
With Sorcha and Jun doing
Sorcha and
research.
Jun are doing their relevant but not to our current mystery so far as you are aware information.
Sorcha's just gonna look up. Oh, hi, Verity. Kira, come over here. We're learning about the tunnels under Ardell. They're very interesting. You know, there's like hundreds of miles of just tunnel down there. You know, I didn't really actually grasp how extensive these were.
Oh, that is really cool. Well, I came over here to hand you my newest look at the missing daughter of the Burnett family, and I wanted to see if maybe you can look into her research.
Give me that.
She's like carefully giving it to her because she knows it's gonna get snatched away.
Oh, your hand within range, it's snatched away.
Here, are you going to mention your fuzzy friends to switch and attempt to figure out how to remove them from your house?
Probably not yet.
Okay.
But Verity is probably ask about her fuzzy friend and see if Sorcha saw her.
Oh, yeah, Sorcha, have you seen her fuzzy friend?
Because she left after us.
I mean, I haven't seen it, but if it was with me, I probably wouldn't have it just running around in the archives because there's lots of paper here, and I don't know if it eats paper.
I can't say if it doesn't or does not eat paper, but it's probably not in the archive. No, you haven't seen it.
But if it is in the archive, she'll just gesture around. Good luck.
I'm trying to decide how much time do you think has passed?
Seems like a decent amount.
Would you say it's like late evening?
Yeah, probably.
It was probably dark outside, yeah.
It's like dinner time, correct? Saren, what are you doing in your house by yourself as you decompose from...
Decompress.
Please
don't decompose.
Don't decompose anymore. Sorry. Listen, English is a hard language.
It is. I just had the horrible... I don't want Saren to decompose. That would be bad.
Yeah, that would be bad.
I'm just kind of trying to clean up after the mess I've made the last couple days. Kind of poking around. I go over to the corner where the fuzzy friend was really sniffing at things. Wondering if maybe I spilled something. I'm trying to figure out what the animal was sniffing at so hard over in my corner.
So if you go investigate that corner, it has. So remember way back. I'm looking for their name in my notes because I wrote it down. Way back when, in the old days of this season of this series, in season 1, you had. Oh, there we go. Hey, which one of them came to see you though? Shit, I don't remember.
I don't know if you've seen, but you have 6 minutes.
Yes. Okay. Sorry, I'm gonna do this real fast. Okay. Sorry. Do you remember when you went to go see those kids way back when, Reese, Noelle, and Luis? Remember how you probably came home and changed your clothing?
Yeah.
You dumped your clothes in the corner to come back and clean later, but you never did. You go I'm gonna go do laundry out a pile of laundry. These need to be decontaminated from the puke or whatever the fuck that kid sweated out. Yeah, so the fuzzy friend was sniffing those clothing.
I said,
I can't remember which kid it was. I'll figure it out. But hi everyone, this is our and that's where we're gonna leave. You're gonna with Theron holding up an old shirt, wondering, did it really smell that bad? Why were you sniffing it so much? Curious as to what fuzzy friend was looking at these particular pile of dirty laundry for. The only way cats can when they're being weird about your clothing. Or is it just my cats that do that? I don't know.
It's all cats.
Okay. So, that's the end of our show for today. We will be back next week at 10 a.m. on time. I swear, because I will not have any more technical problems. Oh, no, I'm lying to you. I'm lying to you. I'm being. My head is being not the 5th, but the 12th. We will be back on the 12th of June, at 10 a.m.
1 p.m. EST.
Yeah, sorry, 10 a.m. Pacific time, 1 p.m. Eastern time. And in a half an hour at 1:30, there'll be Dragon Age, which is Dragon Age. And then on Wednesdays at 6 p.m. my time, I believe, there's Revenge of the Gift, which is a 5e game. And then on Thursday, they have a new show, Nightmares on the Frontier, which is a Forge in the Dark Skin for dinosaurs. The Raptors?
It's just an exclusive for the channel.
Oh, it's an exclusive for the channel. Yeah,
So on brand.
Is it a raptor theme? There's an animal theme.
That's later. This is yeah, that's later.
Okay, anyway, so my producer's yelling in my ear about, not yelling, but saying Force in the Dark game premieres on Thursday. An exclusive actual play for the channel. You should come by and see that. That will have dates, times, and locations on their Twitter account. You should follow them. Anyway, let's do outros. Viv, you're next. You're first because you're to this side to me.
Because I'm right there. Hi, I'm
You're
Vivisha,
right
or Vivi, or Viv, and in this game I play Verity. You can find me all over Discord as Vivacia. On the Twitter, you can find me as Miss Vivacia. I do have a Twitch thing, but I don't do much on it. That's Vivacia. On Saturdays, I'm here with these lovely people. I miss them very much while we took a break because, oh my God, shenanigans. And then on Monday nights, I am on the Wily Hobbit channel at 7:30 p.m. where we play 5e in the Dalelands. Wednesday night at 9:30 Eastern, I'm playing an ultra modern game on Mr. Hooper's channel. And as you can see, there's a 4-year-old in the back. Don't forget to follow Val so she can get it to 1,000 followers. If you are in chat or you're listening right now, hit that follow button.
Sure, you should totally follow Val.
Please.
She's best people, so.
True.
Yeah.
Arnica?
Oh, there we go. Hi, I'm Arnica Ross, and you can find me on Twitter at ArnicaXRoss. And hopefully next week, well, not next week, I keep wanting to say next week too. And hopefully when you see me again on the 12th, I will not look like a frame from Sin City the whole time. I might even be in color with the lights on. Hey.
Color's overrated. Zweth? I was like Kira, but no, Zweth, that is your name.
Hello. Yes, I am Zweth. I play Kira in this. I'm not in any other games at the moment, so definitely make sure you follow Val and come join us again on Saturdays. You can find me on Twitch as Zweth. I stream on various different things, do crafting games, and if you happen to be on PST time zone and are up in the early hours of the morning, you can join me early hours of this morning or 10 a.m. British time. We play Don't Starve together. That's the next one that's coming up. But if you follow Twitch, then obviously you will get the push. We do a variety of different bits and bobs, basically. Yeah.
And Cree, you are up.
Hi, I'm Bloodcree. I am on the internet as Bloodcree, and I play Sorcha Keegan here. And you can find me later to words. I'm good at them. I swear I'm good at words. But yeah, I'm currently not in any other games, but I will be returning to Dragonstone when that returns in a while. But yes, this weekend, either probably tonight, and if not tonight, tomorrow evening, because I'm a nighttime streamer, I will be bashing my head against the final boss of Drakengard 3 until either I fall unconscious or I win. I'm not entirely sure. I played for an hour and a half last time I streamed this a few months ago, and just the final boss, and I could not win. because the final boss is absolute bullshit. But that's what I'm gonna be doing. So if you want to see me wallow in utter despair, yeah, and then maybe I'll do something more fun. Maybe we could play Don't Starve, and we could do that together. Does that sound fun? I don't know.
Yes,
I
that
like
sounds
Don't Starve.
awesome. Yes.
Yeah, give me a poke on Discord.
Will do.
I am
I like
Imani.
Wendy.
I am the storyteller for this game. You can find me on the internet as NCatterDev on my game dev street, my game dev Twitter account, Little Red Alchemist on my regular yelling about whatever the fuck I feel like at Twitter account, Murder Catter TV on Twitch when I stream game dev and design things. Stick around in the next 29 minutes because in 29 minutes Dragon Age starts and you should stick around and watch that because Val went through a whole bunch of effort to go put on makeup and shit for you guys. And I promise you it's worth it. Until 2 weeks from now, a week and a half, whatever.
I'm quite cute. All right, everyone.
That was quite cute. I will.
Bye.
Bye bye.
Just keep waving. There you go.
I'm totally.